Today we're reacting to SCP-999, which is one of the scariest SCP creatures in the entire universe, also known as the Tickle Monster. We're gonna find out his origins and how he became such a tickle master. If you don't leave a like on this video right now, he will get you and he will tickle you.
Almost all cross-testing to kill or pacify SCP-682 had failed miserably. If you haven't seen it, go watch our video on the legendary hard-to-kill reptile to see just how powerful and terrifying this creature is. It faced the Gate Guardian, an SCP with a flaming sword hotter than the sun, capable of tearing your atoms to shreds, and came out fine. In its face-off with the horrifying SCP-096, also known as the Shy Guy, it broke the Shy Guy's mind and reduced it to gibbering despair. Even SCPs with supposedly unlimited powers simply refused to engage the beast in combat.
Wow.
So, when it was proposed that they test 682 with SCP-999, a creature known among Foundation staff as the Tickle Monster, the idea was considered laughable. 682 had been burned, suffocated, cut up, incinerated, and growled in the faces of the gods. How could this so-called Tickle Monster ever hope to survive an encounter, let alone win a fight?
Sleeping on the Tickle Monster.
Some even believe that—
So wait, boys, why do you think that the Tickle Monster is something that could go up against one of the hardest to destroy SCPs ever?
Well, from what I can tell, the Tickle Monster looks like a very cuddly, friendly being. So maybe it convinces all other things that it's actually super happy and jolly and a good dude. And then out of nowhere, from the depths of evil, destroyed. Easy peasy.
Wow, he pretty much crawled into my brain and pulled out all that information because that's exactly what I thought.
You guys are close.
even believe that this was
not
the
that
last
close.
we'd see of
We'll find out.
SCP-999.
Comment down below what you
But what
think.
makes this story truly remarkable is that that isn't how this played out. As you'll soon discover, SCP-999 is an amazing and unique SCP in and of itself. But its secret origins and its interactions with some other prominent figures in the SCP universe are what make this humble, slimy creature beyond
There's no way
extraordinary.
the Tickle Monster is beating
Prepare
all these
yourself
great
for the
SCPs.
heartwarming, yes, you heard that right, the heartwarming story of SCP-999.
I don't think it's actually a heartwarming story. I think that he is convincing everyone that it is a heartwarming story.
For some
Alec
reason,
will not be tricked.
For some reason, the Tickle Monster reminds me of like Ditto from Pokemon. I feel like he's gonna be able to transform into anything.
Could be, could be. See, SCPs are not only very dangerous, they're not only very frightening, but they're very deceiving as well. And I think that this might be the most deceivious Pokemon SCP of all time.
Is the Tickle Monster in your room right now? I feel like he's getting you.
Alec, you might be onto something here, but I will say, I've only shown you boys the bad SCPs, the scary SCPs, but there's another side to SCPs that you haven't seen yet.
Well, let's find out.
Several highly trained agents on 682 Detail placed 999 into the immortal lizard cell.
He's
Compared to the
always
giant
Look at him.
reptilian sitting across from it, 999 wasn't much to
Hello!
look at. It's a large orange amorphous blob of anomalous slime. Weighing in at around 120 pounds, SCP-999 was nothing compared to the monstrosity it was supposed to face.
Wow.
While its weight has, in the past, caused minor injuries to some of its human handlers, it has never caused serious or long-lasting damage of any kind to a living thing. Even its diet consists only of candy and sweets, with a particular preference for M&Ms and
awesome.
Nectar wafers. It
I wanna be
consumes
Tickle
these
Monster.
treats through the cell membrane of its slimy body, much like an amoeba. This extremely stretchy membrane means the creature is highly malleable, including the ability to stretch and flatten itself out to a mere 2 centimeters thick.
Wow.
At rest, the creature takes a dome-like shape around 2 meters wide and 1 meter in height. The
This reminds
closest
me of, like,
things the
Alec's
creature has to
eyeline
limbs
up.
are prehensile pseudopods. Those are the arm-like projections normally seen on single-celled organisms, of which it has at least 3.
Oh my
The more you
gosh.
hear about this utterly harmless creature, the more that matching it up with the pure embodiment of absolute hatred known as SCP-682 feels downright cruel. In absolute contrast to the misanthropic attitudes of the reptile, 999 loves humans. It has a playful dog-like—
There's something else they're not telling us about SCP-999, the Tickle Monster. There's a dark side, and we're about to find out what it is.
Why do you think that, Adam? It's just a cute, cuddly little orange ball.
No. It's never like
That's all
that.
it is.
No, it's not, Jack, and you know it. You know it. You're not
Sometimes,
telling
Adam,
us
you
something.
Just gotta believe.
You know.
You just gotta believe in something, Adam. You gotta believe that things can be good. The world is all filled with sunshines and butterflies and rainbows.
No!
They say that the people with the most amount of love have the most amount of hate as well. So maybe this guy has a little trigger in him that
gosh.
if you flick that trigger, boom, he goes nightmare mode. and just destroys everything. That's what I think.
Yeah, we know.
Much like an overexcited puppy when approached, 999 will react with extreme joy and slither towards the nearest person in order to interact. It will leap onto them, using 2 of its 3 prehensile pseudopods to hug the person, while the third nuzzles the person's face, emitting high-pitched cooing and gurgling noises throughout. The creature is apparently present in every conceivable fashion, as even its odor has been reported to smell just like the favorite scent of whoever is smelling it. Examples have—
Adam, what would it smell like for you?
Candies and sunshine.
Alec?
Freshly baked donuts. That's my favorite thing ever.
Mine smells like Alec's mom.
Oh, wait. Can I change my answer?
Yes.
Examples have included chocolate, fresh laundry, bacon, roses, and Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
It's almost impossible to oversell
who's this
just how
Play-Doh?
beloved
Play-Doh
and
does not smell
benevolent
good.
this strange
yeah,
creature
that
is.
smells awful.
It's one of the
Definitely
rare
need that.
sapient SCPs to earn the safe class, and it's allowed to roam freely around its facility at all times, apart from a 1-hour bedtime period between 8 and 9 p.m. In the rare instances that 999 has caused harm to a worker at the facility, it immediately began to back away and contract its body while whimpering in a kind of dog-like apology. The closest the Foundation has ever come to having a real incident with the creature was the time someone accidentally fed it a can of caffeinated cola, causing it to become hyper for an hour before becoming visibly queasy. You'll be relieved to know that it's since made a full recovery.
Rush.
But what would happen when this
creepy
whimsical
about this, I don't
creature
know.
is forced to go toe-to-toe with the Foundation's most ill-tempered monster?
It would get
The
destroyed.
employees observing the test watched in suspense as 999 began to enthusiastically slither towards 682.
It should not be a close battle at all.
I think that it's kind of like SpongeBob, where if you punch it really hard because it's like jello-y, it doesn't actually take any damage. So it's like impossible to actually hurt.
So you're saying like they're both invincible and impervious to all damage?
Yes, impervious.
How
yes.
do you win and how do you lose? I don't, like...
Adam, it's not all about winning and losing sometimes, okay? It's just about becoming friends and learning more about the other person.
Exactly. That's why it's a tickle monster. Maybe it just tickles you to death because sometimes I laugh so hard I can't breathe and maybe that's what it does.
Exactly. A little laughter cures everything.
It's no surprise that after being tortured and almost killed hundreds of times during testing, 682 had grown jaded to the cross tests it was regularly subjected to. When it saw this strange orange blob squelching across the ground towards it, it sighed and groaned, expecting the worst. "What is that?" the creature asked of its gelatinous guest.
Sounds like Batman.
SCP-999 began jumping up and down in front of 682
Yo.
like an excited puppy, creating a
I'd be
high-pitched
so
squealing
confused
noise.
if I was at SCP.
Just as it regarded all living things, 682 thought the creature bouncing around before it was disgusting and hardly worth the effort to destroy. Was the Foundation even trying anymore? With a single vicious stomp, 682 flattened the friendly creature beneath one of its feet. Observers were prepared to charge in and liberate 999 from under 682's claws. But then something truly unexpected happened. The expression on 682's
crazy.
acid-eaten face began to slowly change.
It's
It
gonna
was
tickle him.
beginning
He's like he's
to
about to
smile.
laugh.
Observers
Yeah!
recorded a noise what they
It's
thought could
gonna
have been a
work.
chuckle as the creature growled
What?
and said, "What is this?
He's tickling his hand.
Feel good."
Hey, yo! Yo, Tickle Monster, what are you
Stunned
doing?
at what was happening, 999 began to slither and crawl up from between
Oh my
682's
God.
toes.
Step monster,
Reformed on
chill.
its scaly leg and slithered up along its side.
Whoa!
There it
It's going
began
all the way
to
to its
nuzzle like it
face.
had
They're best
never
as
nuzzled
buds.
before.
This guy's
The
crazy.
results spoke for themselves. 682 was grinning and chuckling, repeating a phrase that the Foundation never would have imagined coming from 682. "Feel so happy.
What?
Happy.
So this is just a little ball of sunshine.
Happy."
Pretty much.
Just when you thought
there's something else, there's
SCP-999
something
couldn't
else.
possibly be more adorable, you learn about its greatest power, bringing joy. Anyone and anything that comes
I
into
don't buy
contact
it.
with the creature, even in passing, will experience a kind of mild euphoria. As one's contact with the creature is prolonged, this overwhelming
what
sense
is
of joy
going on?
increases and continues long after you've separated from it.
It can't be
Prolonged
this good
contact has
all the time.
completely cured depression, anxiety,
It is,
and
Adam.
PTSD, along with a number of other conditions.
There's something they're not
including
telling
rage
us,
and
I know it.
antisocial personality disorders. Serial killers practically become saints after coming into prolonged contact with 999.
What?
And in
Wow.
that moment, 682 was no exception.
This thing is
And
awesome.
there truly does not appear to be no exceptions. While causing happiness and joy isn't a dangerous weapon, when it comes to SCP-999, it is an extremely powerful one. And what's more, SCP-999 also appears to have an innate sense for those who need its help most.
It's like one of those
With a
therapy
particular
dogs.
affection for the hurt and the
Exactly.
unhappy. The creature appears to be a true altruist on a
invincible.
fundamental level. even risking its own safety to help humans during dangerous containment breaches.
He's never
In
not
one
smiled.
dramatic instance, 999 leaped into the air to block a bullet from making contact with a member of staff.
Let's go.
As a result, the creature is pretty much universally loved by all members of Foundation
Alex, do
staff.
you love it?
It's the one
I think I
SCP
do.
who has
I'm
never
starting
made
to
It's
love it.
making me happy.
Back
I
in
know.
SCP-682's containment cell, the beast was still
if it's-
smiling and laughing
what even
as
is it made
999
out of?
rubbed against its neck.
That's what I'm
It was an
curious
event
about.
so
Honey?
strange, so unprecedented,
something
that the
nasty,
observers
probably.
in attendance felt like they were hallucinating. For a few minutes, the monster kept
mind
dreamily
control.
repeating the word, happy. But then, suddenly, the creature began to enter a fit of uncontrollable, booming laughter. It rolled onto its back, slamming its huge tail against the
Whoa,
door.
what
it
the
had
heck?
just fallen victim to one of
I wonder if it
999's
can slither
favorite
into its ear and
pastimes,
take over its brain.
Tickle fights. Hence how
Tickle
it earned
fights.
its
It wants to
Tickle
take
Monster
over.
nickname among
It
staff.
just wants to tickle.
I
The
don't
tickle
know,
fight
Jack.
continued until
That's how it
682
starts.
appeared
It just
to
wants to-
tire and
to-
fall
It
asleep.
always starts with a tickle
smile
fight,
still on
and then
its face.
it gets dirty
After
and
15
bad.
minutes of inactivity, 2 D-Class personnel were commanded to enter and retrieve SCP-999 from the containment cell. They did so successfully, but as soon as 999 was removed, 682 roused from its slumber and released a powerful psychic attack from its entire body while laughing maniacally. It rendered all personnel within a certain distance incapacitated.
Tickle Monster give that
as
thing
they
powers?
collapsed in fits of laughter, allowing
got me.
682 to escape and
Jack.
go on a violent rampage.
Wake up, Jack.
However, in spite of this, 999 showed no fear and helped save some of the bystanders as security officers subdued and recaptured 682. And even after all of this, 999 showed no hard feelings towards 682 and indicated a desire to play again.
He's the perfect
It's a creature whose
SCP.
capacity for love is
He's
so
my new
limitless
friend.
that it's practically
I love
immune
him.
to fear. Which is all well and good, because the true enemy that 999 is destined to face is infinitely more powerful and terrifying than 682 could ever hope to be.
Isn't that the most
What
powerful
is this
thing in the
monster?
universe?
And why should 999 have
Is
to
it the
face
devil
someday?
himself?
The answers
SCP
to
devil?
these questions all lie in the true origins of SCP-999.
Okay, finally.
Available only to those with level 5 clearance and beyond.
We're getting into the juice.
It's a perfect example of how something good can come from the darkest places. There
is
would
what
be
I was
no
talking about.
SCP-999 without
something evil to him. There's an evil
SCP-231-7.
side.
SCP-231 was a collection of 7 girls, all impregnated.
Okay, before they get into this, my prediction is that SCP-999, also known as the Tickle Monster, is feces from SCP-231. Now, hear me out. Look at its shape. What does it look like? It looks like a turd. It probably smells like a turd.
You don't even know what the next SCP that you're talking about even is. How do you know that it can poop?
It said that it smelled good. Why do you think that it smells like a turd? Are you into that, or
Well,
what
some
do you mean?
poop smells good. First off. Second off, these 9 moms are about to impregnate some sort of Power Ranger combined force.
7, Adam. 7.
7. That's what I said. Just watch the video and watch me prove you guys all wrong. Just watch. Just
by
watch.
I don't
a
even know what
ritual
your
perform-
point was,
There
but
would
okay.
be no SCP-999 without SCP-231-7. SCP-231 was a collection of 7 girls, all impregnated by horrific nightmares in a ritual performed by a cult known as the Children of the
Yep.
Scarlet King.
Yep.
Sounds horrible.
Each of these girls, over the years that followed, gave birth to some of the most horrific monsters imaginable.
All gingers.
One of which, according to some, was SCP-682. These beings were manifested by the Scarlet King, a powerful interdimensional nightmare god, believed to be behind a great
Yep.
deal of the darkness and horror
he has
present
a tongue.
within R and many other dimensions. Foundation higher-ups have declared the Scarlet King to be the greatest existing threat to the multiverse at large. And SCP-231 was his latest direct interaction with our universe.
Oh, okay.
The only surviving member of SCP-231, SCP-231-7, gave birth in secret. But she didn't give birth to a monster. She gave birth to SCP-999.
crap.
So do you guys think that because it came from the Scarlet King, that this is actually an evil monster? Just like messing with the brains of everything around it.
Oh, that's a good theory, Jack.
I think this is actually one of the most evil SCPs ever.
I was kind of right, because he did kind of get pooped out. Just,
Right,
not,
you
not,
know, yeah.
Kinda.
Right, yeah, no, but yeah, no, so you don't know exactly what its motives are. It seems all good and dandy. It just wants to be friends with you and make you happy. But why does it want to make you happy?
You never should trust anyone that's always smiling. They always have something that they're hiding behind their face.
A being of pure goodness. That's right. The nicest, kindest, cuddliest SCP of all is the
Alex,
direct
stop
descendant of a being that's essentially the dark god of all evil. Feel free to take a moment to absorb that.
How does that
It's
even
actually
happen?
half
The
human.
creature even healed the girl who birthed it and allowed her to return to normal life with her family once more. From its first moments, SCP-999 was making positive changes to the world around it. And according to ancient texts from a Scarlet King-aligned culture known as the Deivas, SCP-999 is still very much in its infancy. Yet it already has the power to pacify its monstrous siblings
it's
like
only
the
a baby
aforementioned
still.
I think it's
682.
gonna try to take over the planet.
It's believed, according to some prophecies and Foundation theories, that the power of SCP-999 will grow exponentially.
Yo!
What the heck?
Go ahead, SCP.
Why does this matter? Well, it's believed by some that one day, 999 will grow powerful enough to overthrow not only its own monstrous siblings, but the thought to be unstoppable Scarlet King himself.
Wow.
Not through
Interesting.
violence
so it's like
or hate,
Zeus and Kronos.
but through the pure force of happiness
Jack,
and
that's
love
perfect.
burning out the darkness and purifying the corrupted. While the humble SCP-999 rarely outshines its frightening competitors, to those truly in the know, 999 is one of the most powerful and valuable SCPs in existence.
And he's so squishy.
And may be the greatest asset in the Foundation's arsenal for the war against dangerous anomalous activity. After all, what could strike more fear into their hearts than the knowledge that it might be love rather than firepower that finally dethrones the Scarlet King? And for the knowledge
No
that
way
it may
that would
one
work.
day save everything we know from a fate so much worse than
Don't eat it.
death,
Don't eat
with
the
nothing
planet.
but affection for everyone and everything, it's worth offering thanks to the little orange blob, or at least an extra pack of M&Ms before bedtime.
And boys, that is the story of the most powerful SCP to ever exist.
So all SCPs aren't that bad. I thought they were
No.
evil. Wow.
no,
Okay.
that is
okay.
a nice SCP.
I don't know. I'm still suspicious. I'm still very suspicious of that thing.
Well, guys, comment down below your thoughts on the Tickle monster. Go ahead and tickle the like button while you're down there and click right here to learn more about SCPs.